one's going to be a good one, guys. Dak Prescott struggled, though, all day as Dallas suffered a 19-9 loss in Kansas City. The Cowboys' passing offense came into the game shorthanded after Amari Cooper got placed on the COVID list this past Friday, and he's reportedly also going to miss Thursday's Thanksgiving matchup, too, which is a sign he is unvaccinated. And after the game, Dak was asked how much it hurt to be without Amari, quote, in part because of a decision he made, and he defended his teammate. Take a listen.
It's unfortunate not having him, but to say the decision he made, I mean, me vaccinated, I can get it and be out 2 games. So let's not try to knock the guy or put the guy down for a personal decision. That's my team, that's my brother, we're gonna support him. That's his decision, as I said way back in training camp when you guys asked me this question. So yeah, unfortunately we're not having him, but I know he'll come back and be beneficial for us in the late part of the season.
Okay, Skip, but what was your initial reaction when you heard the news Friday?
Yeah, what was your reaction?
This just made me sick, and I immediately tweeted, I am so disappointed in Amari Cooper. I also immediately tweeted that I knew we were in trouble, Dallas Cowboys at Kansas City Chiefs, in trouble without Amari, because this is the game against Patrick Mahomes and company. You need all your firepower on offense, and I believe they went in thinking we have one hand tied behind our back. This is still all new to this Cowboy team. Everybody's saying this is going to be breakthrough year, but you have to go win at Mahomes. And yet they went in, you could just tell they weren't ready to play on offense. Dak misses Michael Gallup on the first throw of the game. Noah Brown, the replacement for Amari Cooper, drops the first big pass on 3rd and 2. And here we went south, and we trailed the whole game. So I understand Dak defending his, as he said, my brother.
Yeah.
And it was predictable that he would do so. But he also said that's his decision, and that's where Dak loses me. It is not Amari Cooper's decision. If you're going to take and make $20 million from Jerry Jones, you have an obligation to this football team to get vaccinated, because it gives you a much better chance to win if everybody is vaccinated. Right. And this is the ultimate selfish act to me. Aaron Rodgers obviously was also selfish, but lied about being selfish. At least Amari didn't lie, but Amari's off radar. Nobody really watches or cares.
But if you notice, though, Skip, on the sideline, he always had a mask on.
He always did have a mask on. I can't remember if he ever spoke to the media without that mask on. I'm unsure about that. I didn't keep tabs because I didn't care that much. But
But you noticed on the sidelines, he had a mask on.
He had a mask on. So the point is that if you're going to take the $20 million, you owe it to your brothers on the team to get vaccinated, because what happened right on schedule, you test positive for COVID at the worst possible time when they're about to go to Kansas City for that
hallmark game that Jerry said.
Hallmark victory. It could be season-making, and you have to turn around in 3 to 4 days to play at home on Thanksgiving, and you're done for that game. And then you turn around and have to go in 7 more days on a Thursday night to New Orleans, and you could be in some trouble for that game. I don't know about that one, but it is a little dicey. And I thought Jory Epstein did a terrific piece today in USA Today about this, and she made the point that vaccinated players across the league have returned in fewer than 10 days, because they have. You can beat the system if you're vaccinated. So maybe Amari could have been available to play against his old team, the Raiders.
Asymptomatic.
Right? Okay, if you have the 2 tests within 24 hours and test negative. But in the end, I'm sorry, I know Amari seems like a nice guy, but this isn't a nice thing that he did to my football team, because I just rage about it, because it's the one thing you have to do for team unity. I don't care what your personal beliefs are. If you want to go home and not take the money, I am totally fine with that. But if you're going to take your $20 million and be part of this football team, you're going to make it harder on this football team to win. And he just made it really hard to win at Kansas City, and he well might have made it harder to win against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, Skip, look, I'm going to respect Amari's decision not to take the vaccination. But I don't feel sorry. If he cost his team two victories, I'm all for that. Because it's just like, Skip, a guy getting a penalty late in the ball game and costing his team. That's basically what he did. This is more egregious of the penalties. That's what he did. He cost his team because him not being there. So now when I hear guys speak, oh, it's a team. No. Take that back. Because what you did was not about the team. This was about you. And I'm okay with that. But just call it what it is. But I don't want to hear you mention anything about team. Because when your team was counting on you to get vaccinated, to increase your chances of being here with us throughout the season, you said, I'm going to make a decision based on basically what's in the best interest of me. Skip, there have been a lot of times what I should have done was take my butt to go see my kids play. What I should have done is been better in my relationship. That's what I should have done.
Yep.
But I did what was in the best interest of the team and to help us win. So that's why I always said, Skip, I was a team guy. I was willing to do whatever it took to help the team win. So I didn't just give lip service to say, yeah, I'm a team guy. But when it came to the team is counting on you, therein lies the difference between a lot of people. A lot of guys say team, and they really, really mean it. Because, Skip, again, the vaccination does not offer you a foolproof that it's 100%. There's nothing. I have read nothing. I've read a lot of documentation. I've talked to a lot of doctors.
Yep.
Skip, anytime they give you surgery, they don't say you're 100% going to be better than ever.
Yep.
There's 100%. They say if you do this and this, there's a 98%, there's a 90%, or you have a 70% cure rate, or this or that. But now everybody wants 100%. If I get this vaccine, I want to make sure I don't get COVID. But there's never been a vaccine. The smallpox, the chickenpox, the measles, rubella, pertussis, none of that is 100%. So for me, Skip,
but key point there. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say studies show vaccination reduces the chance of severe illness from COVID-19 by 90% or more. From severe illness.
Right.
So obviously, if you get vaccinated and you get COVID, you could have symptoms. It sounds like Aaron Rodgers, we're going to talk about him later, it sounds like he's still having symptoms from COVID.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what Amari's situation, I have no idea. We always bypass the fact that, oh, well, he'll be okay. Well, I don't know if he's okay or not because you can get rocked by this.
Yeah, because I think Jaylen Brown says he's still recovering from COVID that he had last year. He said he still doesn't have his conditioning. It's still hard for him. Now, maybe some of the NFL players haven't had the symptoms, the severity of that.
Yep.
But that's what the CDC, Skip, I believe that's what the doctors are saying. The severe symptoms, the hospitalization that would be required if you don't have the vaccination greatly increases without the vaccination.
Okay.
Amari Cooper and others are entitled. But don't give me this thing about the team. Because when you say, oh, you're a team guy, you're a you guy.
You're a you guy.
I'm going to do what's in the best interest of me, and then whatever come in the best interest of the team. And I'm fine doing what's in the best interest, but I don't want to hear you talk about the team.
So, in the end, Dak got upset, I think it was with Jory's question from USA Today, and his retort was, I never said Aaron was selfish, so I don't get where you're coming from asking me that question. That's my teammate, that's my brother, and as I said, I'll continue to back him and support him. Well, we get that, but deep down, if you want to tell the truth about it, you also have to be very disappointed in him because he just helped cost you a football game at Kansas City, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Well, I don't know what they said, Skip, but I know how I was when a guy made a dumb play in a ball game and said, bro, that was a selfish play. Because you could have cost us, or it did cost us. I'm not saying that play, I say, but that play that you made, that didn't help us in this ball game. And later, it might be a more crucial situation where it's nip and tuck. We might not be 14 points ahead, and you get a personal foul, or you do something dumb.
Yep.
But you go to the guy and says, but hey, this is where they are now, guys, is that, you know, for whatever reasons, all of a sudden, I didn't know. I mean, I'm reading studies where they say they need more doctors. And I've been damned if more athletes aren't doctors than I ever seen in my life. Because they know more than the guys that spent 10, 11, 12 years.
Apparently.
Kind of a funny point. Guys, we're going to leave it for now. We hope he is back and well. That is what's most important. I know Skip wants him back very soon. Guys, Cam Newton made his return. He's back to Carolina yesterday, but was he feeling himself a little too much in the loss? Don't go anywhere.